Go straight to the point.
Mhm.
Hello, God, lady in pink.
Hi, Daddy Freed.
How are you
Good
doing?
evening. I'm good, thank you.
Okay, I would prefer abroad over Nigeria 100 times. Okay,
Mm.
first, when I first relocated to abroad, it was really difficult, just like what that guy just said,
Sorry,
because
where
it's a
Nigeria or abroad?
UK. I'm in UK.
Yeah, but where do you prefer, Nigeria or
Okay, I prefer abroad 100 times. 100
mm.
times. Yeah. First, the security. Secondly, okay, let's leave security alone. That okay, Nigeria has security now. Nigeria have electricity. Let's look at this. Let's leave health wise as well. The normal major things that people are looking at as making everybody to japa. Let's leave that aside. Mentally, Nigeria can drain you mentally. If you go out, just imagine, for instance, Lagos. Somebody will just come and be insulting you. You, the way you are driving, are you mad? Are you did this? They are not organized. That's not security. They are not organized. Somebody will just, though it's fun, but somehow it's affect mentally. Somebody can just, Okada man can just see you and say, "Hey babe, how are you? How far?" And when you respond, someone look, you they crazy. It say you fine. Look at today. That can go a long way affecting somebody.
Ask you a question. What area do you stay in the UK?
I stay in Sheffield.
In where? Sheffield.
Sheffield, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced racism before in the UK?
No, no. To me, I think it's the way you package yourself and the way you interact as well. I've never really experienced it. I can't say it's good, but I think um I've never experienced it, though I see it happening to people, but I still think it's the way you present yourself as well. Sometimes I don't even discuss with some of my colleagues like the way some of these our African sisters and brothers appears. To be honest, they embarrass me, self. We don't actually go with physical look, but sometimes you even if you yourself as white or even black, you go dey shame for them. So the way you appear matters too, the way you approach matters too. I don't really believe that somebody will just come and just be embarrassing you just like that. Yes, we have racists in working place, it happens, but it still goes a long way of how you approaching your approach, and it's a lot, it have a lot to do with that.
Mm.
So to me, living security parts, you can't even compare. Then money wise, I cannot save in naira. I can't save in naira as I am now. If that I'm earning 2 million in Nigeria, I'm comfortable. I would rather earn £1, £1,000 in abroad here. Because with my 2 million in Nigeria, I will not be able to even help people that I want to help. But with my £1,000 and with the way I am working, with what I'm planning at, I can easily give because I will have extra with my £1,000. To be honest, depending on how you want to save your money. The only thing here, the only difficult thing is when you want to go into business.
In Nigeria, somebody said I should ask you. When you were in Nigeria, where did you live?
Okay, first I stayed in Port Harcourt first. Then when I started schooling, I went to Delta State.
Where
So
in
because of
what area did
Abraka, Abraka in Delta State.
you
Yeah. It's not because things were actually not because it was not rosy. But some of us, we don't really like those noisy area environments and all that. We have some people that have money in that cool village, you know, environment. They just want to be there. They just want to stay away from noise and all that. So apart from that mental situation, the way Nigeria approaches, we know God more than any other people in this country. Yet we are not coordinated. That's number one thing. Yeah, nobody will disturb you. You will be in a bus, public bus. Nobody will, as you
No,
are entering.
I'm sorry. We're not talking about those who are using public buses in Nigeria. Oh.
Yes. I'm mentioning abroad now. That you can enter public buses or bus with your kid or as an elderly person, and the person that is sitting in that first seat that's supposed to be for children or the elderly, you don't need to remind them. They will stand up for you. If you are coming with a kid, the person sitting there will stand up for you, knowing that they have to give you space. But if it's in Nigeria, you people will fight. I came before you. That kind of, like, it's too rowdy. It's too rowdy. The only thing is, if you want to go into business, yeah, you will have to, hold ground. You have to be deep in abroad first before it will be really that easy. That is just it. But yeah, you are working. You will have your salary. Everything is okay, perfect. I would prefer abroad. 30 face.
Okay.
100 times.
Lady looking pretty in pink. What's your name?
My name is Remy.
All right. I think this is your first time on my live, Remy.
It is.
Okay, go ahead.
Right. I would prefer to live abroad. I chose abroad over Nigeria. I have experienced wealth in Nigeria, right? And I know what poverty looks like as well, right? But there's a huge difference. You see, Nigerians, let me not say that all Nigerians, some Nigerians don't have regard for boundaries. They don't understand boundaries. That phrase.
All Nigerians.
Right. Yes, they don't understand boundaries.
Exactly.
And me back in Nigeria, I've always been that reserved, person, and I love my own company. You know what I mean? But Nigerians don't understand that, some people like us enjoy, our privacy and all that. And, and we respect, we understand boundaries too. Do you know what I mean? And then they just barge in on you and then, call you when they like. They can call you up in the, early morning, midnight, and without apology. First of all, when you come here, when you live here, know that you will have your privacy. People will respect you. They will respect boundaries and they will respect your privacy, first of all. I mean, the obvious is there, there's security, just like you said. I mean, even if we say Nigeria, today, gets better in terms of security, in terms of healthcare, and all that. We still have a long way to go with the people, that it is, with the way people think, and all of that. All that changes, when you live in the UK. And that it is, this country, I think where people get it wrong, right, and then they struggle when they travel abroad, is that they come without a plan. Do you understand? They feel, look, once you travel abroad, right, that's the end. But a lot of them don't understand that they need to have a status, they need to have documents, they need to have papers to be able to access all of these things in abroad. I can't say for other parts of the world, but for the UK, if you don't have papers, you see that suffering that you suffered in Nigeria, is child's play. You will suffer. You will suffer, and you will, and this, I don't want to say it is all of them. These are some of the people that will call you and tell you it's not easy here, or it's not easy here. Do you know what I mean? But if you come with the right documents, or when you come here, you've got plans and you focus on, getting the right papers, that it is rewarding. It is worth it.
Mm.
Do you understand? Because then, yes, it is absolutely rewarding. I won't lie to you. That phrase, absolutely.
Now, let me ask you: are you married?
I was.
Don't worry, we all plenty for that boat. Proud the kind of. What are your qualifications?
I have a degree in counseling and psychotherapy.
Okay, so now another thing that abroad people is all these like counseling and psychotherapy work plenty there, work no day for Nigeria for those kind of courses.
Right.
You are not in the bank or in the oil company, or you are like us, content creators or lawyers in good firms, or you are a developer or a forex trader or a young boy. Nigeria go hard. So I think that I'm joking anyway. I've got a person here, Cassandra.
Hi.
Cassandra, remember you? Where are you, Cassandra?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Where are you?
New York. I'm in the US.
You are in the US?
Yes.
Okay, I remember the first time I met Cassandra. It was in Manchester.
Yeah.
Yes. We came to have a comedy show. That time, comedy never starts for abroad. Nigeria's going abroad. Now we be the first set.
Sure.
We go and
You are puzzled.
were like in the show. And Cassandra was one of them, and I was the MC. Those days, I'm talking about 2007.
Thereabout, if not
We
earlier.
did make profit from the event. Now today, Nigeria, they go abroad. Everywhere they scatter. Now they give us credit.
That's it.
So I remember you used to live in Manchester.
Yeah, I schooled in London. I used to live in Manchester, then I moved to London before.
Okay. Then you also moved back to Nigeria.
Then back to the States.
Then why did you go back? At least you, I know you have experience. You were not living in Nigeria and entering boss.
No.
So where would you rather be if you had?
Honestly,
Yes.
I would rather be in Nigeria. I'm a single mom. Like, I have a son and he's 6. It's hard. I work in the hospital, you see, and taking him to school, it's hard. There's no one to take care of him. There's no help. In Nigeria, we have help. I could do anything I want to do. Over here, you can't. I have to work. My schedule has to be planned around him. And it's depressing over here. Everything here is work, 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 work. There's no fun. So it's, when people say they prefer abroad, as so to say, you people call it, it's, I don't buy that.
Sorry, can I just come in that phrase? Sorry for interrupting you. You see, there is depression here in the UK, and look, I have children, right?
Okay.
And I know how you feel. You see, what you've said is 100% true. You see, like I said, right? For you, when you travel abroad, right? If you don't have support, you will suffer. You will struggle. That's just the truth. No matter how wonderful, living here is, if you don't have support in terms of family or, friends that will help you with your kids,
but
it will be a huge struggle.
That your family can do for you. Don't forget that even here with your family, they also have their own thing to do.
But it helps you with your mental health to an extent, to know that you're not alone. Do you know what I mean?
True.
The level of depression here in the UK is
high. It's everywhere.
It is high. And you see, look, I studied mental health, right, as well. And yes, we have depression here in the UK, and it's really high, on the high side. We have anxiety as well. But you see, in Nigeria, I have seen, and I tend to see these things in people. People struggle with mental health as well. But, I mean, back to what we were saying, right? If you're coming here, it will work well for you if you've got one or two friends that will be there for you, and you can be there for each other.
But
And
Do you know
if you
what I
are
mean?
earning, if you are earning good amounts, you can as well. We have carer, people that will look after your kid
let's
for
not
certain hours as well.
Apart from that,
So it
apart from
depends
looking
on
after your
what you
children, right?
everybody
You still need to have that support, people
support.
that you can,
anywhere you go
talk
in
to.
the world, we're always going to be second-class citizens. There's nowhere, there's
Yes,
no place
yeah,
like home,
yeah,
regardless
that's true.
of the degree
That's
that we
true.
bring and all of that.
That's true.
We're still second.
Absolutely. You are absolutely right. Look, you see, what I tell people is this. If you want to travel, I have friends who ring me from Nigeria and they say, oh, Remy, we want to come to the UK. Tell me the things that I need, blah, blah, blah. And I tell them, first of all, can you live alone? Are you ready to be by yourself? Do you enjoy your own company? If you know that you cannot cope, don't come. Don't come.
But the question is, regardless of all this, you would prefer to stay in Nigeria?
Healing.
I want to
No,
ask
no,
if
We
my
don't
no,
have
sister.
no,
all
no,
that.
no, hold on.
Here we don't
2
have,
seconds,
we
right?
don't have people coming into the stores and killing, carrying guns and all of that. In America, we have that. Like, I go out
I
every
know.
day and I'm
So
like,
why are you staying abroad? You should have
Right, right,
come to
right,
Nigeria.
right. Let me answer your
I want a
question.
better
2
future for
seconds.
my son. That's
Hold on.
why.
Let me say
I'll answer your question.
something. Um, many people, as much as I love Nigeria, if I had very young kids, I would probably also be.
Exactly.
Why? Because I would want them to get an alternative nationality or another passport. And because kids get a lot of benefits abroad, it also helps with their university. If you had no money at all, your child
Yes.
Yeah.
We
don't
have it in Nigeria.
and go to a good school.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
why people make the decisions to stay abroad, not because they like it. Now, in Nigeria, and you can afford to send your children to school abroad, you probably
Daddy Freeze. You see, look, if you're doing fine in Nigeria, right, and you're that kind of person who is focused. If you're a focused person and you're able to like think and all that, when you come to a place like this where there are opportunities you have loads of opportunities, you will even do better. Let me just quickly answer your question. You see, me, like I said earlier on, right? I don't mind being by myself. I'm not the type that likes partying and clubs, and I don't really do well with the crowd, Plus, so it works for me. Do you understand? Because yes, I just go to work, go to school, when I was schooling, take my kids to school and I'm back home and I'm fine.
Daddy Freeze, you know your position right now. If you are in abroad, not in Nigeria, you will be known all over the world. That is one thing if we are in Nigeria, if you achieve in Nigeria, you are definitely, you're going to struggle before you'll be known all over the world. But if you are in abroad, for instance,
No, let me say something to you.
I don't agree.
Any content creators abroad, you see, if you can't, my content is Nigerian based. Abroad, people do not need anybody to tell them that God, you don't need to pay tithes to God. Abroad, people they know. So the same people my message is tailored to a Nigerian audience. So I don't believe that it's abroad out. My message is Nigerian based to deal with Nigerian related. Now,
if you are achieving abroad, it goes viral than when you are achieving in all these African countries in Nigeria. That's just my point.
Daddy Freeze is
I'm telling you
popular.
the
Daddy Freeze
truth.
is well known already.
Yes, well known already. Yes, I'm just giving an example. Yes, he's popular and all that. But all I'm trying to say, for instance, if just that you are an actor, okay, and not let's say a Nollywood actor, you're doing great. Few people will know you, but if you are an actor in abroad and you happen to do great for just one movie, you are known all over the world. You are recognized all over the world. That is one point. That's one advantage. That's where I'm trying to.
Hold on. How many Nigerian actors have been able to break into that Hollywood
You can't. None.
Look,
That's what I'm
it's,
saying.
it is
That's what I'm
tough.
saying.
When
Yeah.
Exactly my point.
hold on,
It
when
is not easy.
was a certified Nigerian actress related to the US. Now hairdresser work I hear say she go do.
She not. It all depends on the grace. It depends on how you continue. That's what I'm
I
saying.
Now
If
I think our
let's
if
go
actors
like
are
this.
known, are well known.
if she started in Hollywood, not Nollywood, she would have been known all over the world. That's what I'm trying to say. That abroad still have
Look,
great advantage.
you talked about racism. You see, here in the UK, we have racism here in the UK,
Yes.
US too.
right? And though it might be subtle, but it is here. And because of that, there are places where you might not be able to thrive
True.
because of your color.
Yes.
You will struggle.
Mm-hmm.
You will be frustrated. And if you're not strong mentally, it will mess you up. Look, if you're not the type that is able to, you understand mental health and you're able to take care of yourself up there,
Sorry,
staying here in the UK will mess up your mental
let
health.
me cut you off. And in
Yeah.
America, the racism that we experience here is not just racism with the black and the white. Mind you, the Jamaicans, for instance, right?
Yeah.
Even the black Americans, there's still a racism amongst Africans. When they hear an accent, they're threatened.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's African, for instance.
Mm.
So it's
Yeah.
not just, even the white people in America, they're even a lot more better than the blacks. So there's racism among black people in America.
There is, yes.
It's true.
Absolutely.
Again, you want to come to America.
Even in Nigeria.
Yeah.
In Nigeria.
The weather is
Yeah,
another
you're
thing
right.
for you to factor in. There's some places.
Even in Nigeria, your colleagues don't like you. Is that not what I was saying? Is because of in Nigeria, we still have problem with ourselves. So it's everywhere. Humans are just like that. So to me, race. I still say it depends on
like
your.
Is it abroad, like you're saying, or it's Nigeria? To me, Nigeria, all the way.
We talk
all the way. Forget
No,
that.
but for me,
relocate.
There's no light. There's no good road security-wise. But you know something? Okay, yes, yeah. I'm not even that secure because
that is free. Do you know why?
Go out and somewhere everyone has a gun. Do you
Sorry,
understand?
yeah, I know what you mean. Look, that's America, but in the UK, I live in Newcastle, outside London. It is absolutely safe here, right? So yes, it is safe. It is quiet. It is laid back. It is amazing, right? Now, some of the things that people, when people struggle and they complain about, UK, traveling abroad and all of that. Some of the things that they struggle with again is, they've lived in Nigeria where they are able to do things without being accountable for it.
True.
You're not accountable. You can do as you please. You can drive
anyhow,
anyhow, and you can get away with it and say, "Oh God, beg now, Look, so yeah. So when you come to a place like this where there are laws and there are rules, and you have to follow them.
Like that.
Look, if you plead with them here in the UK, they will tell you why you beg. In fact, you will even upset them more for begging. They say, why are you begging me? Why are you pleading?
Exactly.
Do you understand? So then Nigerians will suffer because we are not used to, things being organized, super organized. You know what I mean?
Okay. The easy way. But
like for instance, it was my neighbor that taught me how to drive in Nigeria. Right? And I know how much I paid him, and the next thing I was just driving. Do you know what I mean? And there were times when, there were little accidents here and there, and I was able to get away with it with, pleading like, excuse me, sir, I am so sorry. I can walk on, your car for you, blah, blah, blah. But here in the UK,
just change insurances.
I couldn't drive until during my theory test.
Yeah.
I did the theory test. right? And I studied hard for my theory test because, first of all, I didn't even want to fail it because I had to prove to my kids that if when you study hard, you pass it, you know. And then the practical test, I know how much I paid for, you know, driving instructors and all that, you know. So it wasn't fun, you know. So it's not the same. So Nigerians will struggle because they're like, oh, okay, well, it's not like that in Nigeria. And if you, another thing is this: you want to invite someone into your house, like to, like, you know, an electrician. You have to book an appointment. Do you know what I mean? For an electrician to come
But
to your
in
house and
Nigeria,
Come and say
in
hi.
Nigeria, we
you
don't
don't
have
have
all
to
of
do
that, so
that.
we can't even learn. Our government
Yeah,
haven't provided road
so
signs
big,
and
so
all
they
of
will,
that, so
that's
we
why
don't
they'll tell
have
you,
it.
oh, it's not easy. It's not easy. Look, it will take a while. Take time. Take your time to study. Follow the rules. But Nigerians are used to going through corners. A lot of Nigerians are used to going through cutting corners
That's what
and
we
not
used to.
following. It's hard for a Nigerian to follow the rules and, you know, do things the way they should be. They will
So
struggle. Do you know what
disorganized.
I mean? They are used to having a disorganized life. Like if NEPA comes to cut your light, you can just go back and give money to an electrician and say, put it back. But you can't do that here in the UK. Do you know what I mean? You don't pay for electricity, you don't have light. You can't ring them and say, oh, excuse me, well, I don't have. Oh, but you can't do that. You misbehave, they
Even
call the police. You
even
know, so they will
abroad
struggle.
Guys,
weather. Even
hold on.
even abroad weather say.
I need
No, look at beautiful
the
places now. That if
first person who came.
nobody can tell me that. I prefer abroad.
Try to bring somebody else. The two ladies
Right.
came last, so let me start replacing people with the oldest first. Thank you so much, my darling sister. Lovely.
Thank you. Bye.
Because I wanted
Bye.
to talk and
Bye.
talk.
No problem.
So the ladies below, you guys can still wait. Let me just bring in one more person.
All right. Okay.
Bye.
Oh, my sister. And
All
thank
right.
Bye.
Tom, where is the person that asked for my account details? Up to now, I didn't even 50 kobo. See them. That's how they'll be doing. Don't mind them more. I'll be calling them out. Okay, let me bring in a guy.
Better.
Let me bring in a guy.
Taste Buzz, I'm a big fan. Oh, Taste Buzz. When I enter Nigeria, I'm going to, you know, I will buy a lot. I will spoil myself.
We're waiting for you. So I just want to bring a guy and then we end the live.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, we have a guy and he's abroad. Awesome. It's closed. Hi, how are you doing, brother? What is your matter?
Well, I'm doing very well, Daddy Freeze. My name is Taiwo. Yeah. And I'm in Canada.
Hey.
Yeah. So I just want to corroborate what the lady in glasses said. One thing about abroad is if you don't obey the laws in Nigeria, if you are coming abroad is a different ball game. Yeah, when it comes to law, you have to obey the law. Like you said, we have a lot of people that struggle here to pass the driving test. You cannot bribe your way. When I was in Nigeria, I bought my first car in Nigeria, and I started driving. Nobody taught me how to drive. Yeah, I just put my car on the road and I started driving. But yeah, you have to do your knowledge test. You have to pass. After getting your knowledge test, you'll be given a learner's permit. You can't just go on the road. Someone has to be beside you when you drive with that learner's permit. So after the learner's permit, like in Canada, you have to wait for 1 year before you do your road test. Except maybe if you're driving in Nigeria and you come with your driver's license, they can waive the 1 year for you. So you have to wait for 1 year. So it is presumed that after 1 year, you go to driving school, you learn how to drive before you be allowed to do the practical road test. And even there are different classes of tests, not just Nigeria. You have only one type of license. Maybe if you have if you want to do like Uber, you have a different license. If you want to drive a trailer, you have a different license. So they are different. Even if you want to drive a motorcycle.
But let me say something, right?
If you want to drive a motorcycle.
You know, You know why we Nigerians, we take it so seriously, in Canada, the US, America, anywhere? Because they want to get, they've come in for a reason, right? They didn't come in with their complete documents, paper right now. Do you understand? And they want to obey the law so that they will get their immigration status. Do you understand? But guess what? The real Americans, the real Canadians, the way that you go into the road, you went into the road in Nigeria, that is the way they also do it. So we are the ones. No. Yes. I mean, I'm talking. I'm in America now, so that I'm talking.
America is different from Canada.
Most of the Americans that I know, the Americans, they do not have licenses. They just pick up the car keys and they drive because they know that what is going to happen to me? The worst that can happen to me is the cop will lock me up. The next day, they're going to come out. But no. We Nigerians, we don't want to do that. So we'll rather go the normal route. Do you understand? We'll go the normal route. But if we're in Nigeria, we'll still do the same thing. So it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Just like you're talking about Uber. Obviously, you're going to have to get your license, get the Uber license, and do all of that. Do you understand? But if I was born here and I'm an American, I could go and I would drive. But at the end of the day, I would still get my license, but I wouldn't do it the way a Nigerian person will come in and do it. So to me, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Okay, that is. Let me give you an example. Let me give you something happened. Something happened, like the city I am in, Ontario. We have a Nigerian community, a very strong Nigerian community. So we organize meetings. At times, we even went during election. We help campaign. We support our candidates. So something happened. We wanted to get like a piece of land, whereby Nigerians will build like a Nigerian community, whereby we'll buy a plot of land and build our houses. Mm-hmm. So it will be like, you know how the Chinese do their own. They call it Chinatown. So we can call it Niger Town. So we have a committee. So the committee now met with the city. We saw like some plot of land which we wanted to buy. So we met with the city and the city gave approval. But before giving final approval, they said they had to meet with the Ministry of Environment. So to cut the long story short, we saw the land, we were okay with the land, the city was okay, but the city still needed to consult with the federal, the Ministry of Land is under the federal government. So after a while, they now go back and told us that we could not buy that land. That if I tell you the reason why they said we could not buy the land, you will laugh.
Why?
They said during migration, when animals migrate, so they said that land, that plot of land we want to buy, they said it's part of the migration route for birds. That if we should buy the land and build houses there, it will alter the migration route. You know, during winter, birds migrate, then during summer, they come back. So they said if we should build on that land, we will alter migration pattern of birds, not human beings, of birds. Just imagine, and that land was not sold to us. Just imagine, can that happen in Nigeria? We don't even value human lives, much less animals.
Let me tell you, a friend of mine who lives in Canada recorded a video one day of a flock of geese walking across the road, and everybody waiting to pass.
Yes.
They couldn't even get out of their car to go and do shoot. No. Leave them to pass.
Yeah. Yes.
They're walking on the road like it was their father's property, shaking their, walking gently, and the whole traffic was ground to a standstill because birds were crossing.
Yes.
I like that. In Nigeria, that same bird was sent by mother's auntie who does not want you to progress, and they will bring fire, Holy Ghost, and before you know it, they will barbecue. In Nigeria, you will catch an owl that was minding his own business, hunting.
They sent it to you.
So yes, Nigeria is filled with a level of happiness that you
Yes.
don't have abroad. I understand. And this conversation cannot end here. I have 58 people waiting on queue to talk. I have 714 people on Instagram alone in this live. On Facebook, 489. On YouTube, 271. On TikTok, about 20 people. This is over 1,500 people wanting to contribute to this topic. I cannot give a verdict tonight. We have to do this again tomorrow. The numbers are saying we should. Thank you so much, Cassandra. Last time I saw it was like 10 years ago, if I remember correctly.
No, more than 10 years ago.
More than 10. At the time, you were in GT Bank.
Yes.
Or was it Fidelity?
No, it was GT Bank.
GT, okay, yeah. Because GT and Fidelity were side by side, so I knew you were one of them.
All right. I'll pop back very soon.
Please make sure you do. And
I'll keep it.
holla. And the lady in pink, what's your name?
Remy
Remy. What's your surname?
Beckley.
Maiden name or current name?
Maiden name Beckley. Yeah.
Okay, okay. You look familiar, but your name doesn't ring a bell. And the gentleman.
I grew up in Ibadan and I went to St. Louis.
What set?
Yeah. 96, 97.
Oh, I was 3 years your senior. I finished 93, repeated.
Wow.
What university did you attend?
I schooled here.
Oh, okay. So once I was talking to someone who finished from, okay, no, it wasn't St. Louis. Anyway, lovely meeting you. Let me introduce myself to the guy. He likes women.
Right.
Brother?
Hey, what did you say?
I said, how are you doing? I said,
I'm doing well.
What part? You are in Canada, right?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Okay. What school did you school at all in Nigeria or all your?
Of course, now, of course.
How
I grew
far?
up in Lagos. I grew up in Festac.
Okay.
So I did my hand in Yabatech, then
Okay.
my DSc in Olabisi Onabanjo University here.
Okay.
Also, my master's degree in Unilag. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. And you were able to get a job with your Nigerian degrees in Canada?
Of course, I came here through the express entry in 2019.
Okay.
So, you know, during the process, you need to evaluate your credentials with West. So
Yes.
I got a job with my Nigerian credentials. I have no Canadian degree. And I
wow.
work with the Canadian government, yeah.
You work with the Canadian government and you have no Canadian degree?
No.
All right. Awesome. We learn a lot. Guys, join me tomorrow, same time. We're going to continue this until this topic burns out. I can see that people really want to contribute and there's so much to discuss. Take care. God bless. And thank you so much.
Good night, everybody. Thank you, Dr. Chris. Bye. Good night.
Bye.